Hello and welcome back to the Salmon FM with me, Mitchell, and this is episode 13, unlucky number 13. So, thank you very much for coming back and checking it out. If you remember we found ourselves in the Ukraine and managing Mariupol, who were constantly on and off with a takeover. So, I hope you guys are ready. Strap yourselves in. This is going to be a bit of an action-packed episode. And let's see what we managed to get up to. So, we were given our opening fixtures against Rook Liv, Obolon, Kolos, Dinamo Liv, and Liv. And, I found that a decent start. Managed to keep the lone players. So, I think we'd do alright. And then this happened. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we are off to Turkey. We are now managing Adana Demirspor over in the Turkish Super League. And I've got myself a nice little transfer budget and a nice little wage budget. The club have got some decent history in the lower leagues of the Turkish league. And, yeah, they've got I'd say poor facilities overall. Stadium capacity is brilliant though. Something about the Turkish league rules, it's like the minimum capacity has got to be 30,000 for the Super League teams. So last season they narrowly avoided relegation, and I'm hoping we can kick them on this year. And here we are with the finances. So as I said, we've got a nice little transfer budget of 11.4 million, and I will see if I can spend that wisely. Overall, the squad, not the best. We've got Kinan Salman, who's a Turkish winger. He looks fantastic. And we've got Spadundanuda, I think that's how you spell his name, is over on as a right back or centre back. So him and Salman will probably be my outstanding players. But let's see what we can do. So if you don't know, Turkish rules, there is all there. So you got no more than 12 foreign players in the matchday squad. You're allowed to register 14 overall. So you've got to use those foreign spots very carefully. There is one Champions League third qualifying round place and one second round place. There's a Europa League third qualifying round place, and then there's two Euro second cup places as well. So a few spaces knocking around. And prize money per win. So I do like this about the Turkish Super League. So 425,000 is what you will get for winning a match in the Super League, and if you draw, you get 212. Obviously, if you lose, you don't get nothing. So just to round off the rules, if you want to have a quick nose at that. So as I said, maximum of 14 foreign players registered. You have to have one domestic goalkeeper, maximum of 3 goalkeepers in the squad, and the maximum squad size of 28 players. So, and the wage cap as well. But the wage is limited to 70% of the turnover. Right, so little look at the staff. So as you can see up in the top right corner, you find us on the 12th of July. So I've got a bit of time to do something with that. Staffing is not very good at this club, so I will probably wield the axe and see what I can build. And that's how the bookies had us lined up. So the bookies had us as 16th in the table, which is relegation zone. Galatasaray to win the league, but that's standard. So 1,000 to 1. They are long odds. And that's how pre-season went. So it was okay. It was up and down, up and down. Nicely rounded off though with a nice 7-0 win. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck in on this. So let's see where we go. Right, so before we do that, I just wanted to show you what the actual starting formation is. So I am using the Sevens Klopp Diola 4-2-3-1 formation. and this is the one I am been sticking to. It's the one I've actually used on the last couple of teams as well, so I kind of ditched the 4-2-4 and rounded back off to this, the 4-2-3-1. And as you'll notice, I've actually made a couple of signings. So we've got Anton Casey in attacking midfield and Chengin Under out on the left hand side. So we'll keep an eye out on them. And then leading the line is Frederic Poirier, Frenchman we managed to pick up from, I think it was at Juventus. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So yeah, Poirier, it's AC Milan, sorry, but he came from Turkey, Italy. I was close. So as you can see, if you want to have a little nose of all the players on the left that I brought in and on the ones on the right that I've got rid of. What day was it we joined Adana, the 12th? So anything done after the 12th is all me. Right, so have a little look at Chengin Under, and he is brilliant. Even though he's 34, he's still deemed as brilliant. He does plan to retire at the end of this season, though, which is annoying. So he will only be around for one season, and 4.5 stars in our team as well. The technicals are all still up there. It's just his physicals have dropped quite a bit, but still, it's a shame he's going. Next up, so as I mentioned, Anton Casey. So Anton Casey, again, is another brilliant player. Managed to pick him up from Coventry. Next up, we have Omahan Seker. So he's coming as centre-half. I've signed him from the second divisions. I'm not pronouncing that surname at all. I've got some Turkish friends and they'll probably slap me for pronouncing it wrong. But I managed to pick him up. You've got Pietro Silvestro, who's come from AC Milan on loan, and he's a wonder kid. He will be playing out as a left back, but can cover in the centre of defence if needed. Joining him, we have Ben West, signed up from Bolton. So I've managed to get myself a goalkeeper in, and he will be the number 1. And that's how we're getting on to the second half of the season, well, the halfway point of the season. So we were predicted 16th. And we find ourselves in 3rd. So do you know what? 2 fingers to the bookies. Yeah. So, can't complain at that at all. Poirier is absolutely ripping it to pieces up top. Only been outshone by Chris Martin, apparently. He must have left Coldplay and decided to play football in the Turkish Super League. And that's how we've been getting on. So, you know, there's a few defeats in there that I think are quite disappointing. I'm annoyed that we lost to Besiktas and Bursaspor and then Fenerbahce, but I was stoked to actually get ourselves a nice 4-0 win over Galatasaray, who happened to sack their manager halfway through the season, and I was in the running for that job as well. Sadly, I didn't get it, but it was very much a nice offer. So the transfer budget was agreed because I wanted to make a few more signings, so I tried pushing them. I've managed to reach the 50 game mark in management across my 12 years of country hopping. And you find me here top of the league. We are top of the league. So we are top of the league. So the title race heads to the wire. So you have us, Besiktas and Fenerbahce all fighting it out for the title. And I have the first opportunity to knock Fenerbahce out of the race for the top spot. After the Fenerbahce game, we follow it up with a Trabzonspor. And then I think the 3 following games are going to be very much easily winnable. With them being down in mid-table and things like that and nothing to play for. My only issue now is going to be Besiktas because they've got a similar situation with all their games. So, yeah. Shall we see how we finish it? I'm going to stop you there, though. We are on the last game of the season. We are still top by a single point. We beat Sivasspor today, we win the league. We draw, we will need Besiktas to draw or lose. If we lose, Besiktas have got to lose. I don't see Besiktas losing against Konyaspor, but who knows? Who the hell knows? Right, so I have my wingers out of action this week due to suspensions. So Chengin, who has been playing as a centre midfielder, to be fair, has had to move back out onto the wing. I've now got two goalkeepers on the bench as well. But yeah, so I'm very hopeful that we can get the points, get the win. And yeah, are you guys ready? 3, 2, and 1. Voila! We are champions of Turkey. Champions of Turkey in the first season managing, which gives us a chance to move groups again. I am buzzing! And then you can see Chengin pretty much takes a clean sweep. The only one he couldn't win was the Young Player of the Season. I'm pretty sure there's a petition for him to get that as well. However, he weren't allowed it. He was very much told no. You can't have it. You're too old. And yeah, so it's time to retire. Well, resign. We've got Frederick on 27 goals. Chengin with 20 assists. He shouldn't be retiring, man. He should still go on for one more season. I did ask him if he'd consider it, but no, he was adamant that he was going to retire. 13 of my players are wanted, but who cares? We're leaving. So I offered my resignation. And then this happened. I don't think I've ever had this happen on Football Manager. Not personally, anyway. I don't know if any of you guys have, but yeah, they actually wanted me to reconsider. But no, I did leave and I did quit. So it does mean we get to move on, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Unexpected Journey, episode 13. It's very much a long slog, isn't it? However, let's find out what group we shall be entering by asking Alexa. We have done group 1, 3, 4, and now 9, so let's see where our unexpected journey will take us. Alexa, give me a random number between 1 and 13.
Your random number between 1 and 13 is 10.
Okie dokie, so I don't know if you guys heard it, but that's Group 10 from Alexa, which means we are moving to Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Colombia. So we are heading to South America for our next unexpected journey.